We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt Says Season 2. And I'm here. I'm back. It's late night. Filming the intro in a different setting because I got a new apartment. I spoke about this in a Good Guys Finished last episode. But if you want to recap that, if you want to see my moving process, if you want to see the whole process of the Britt Says Season 2, filming it, the struggle, less struggle, how I do it, how I get it done, buttercup, butter love, go check the description box below. But wait, is my phone ringing? Hello? Hey, Britt, I'm coming over. What? Yeah, I'm coming over. Fine, I'll have the wine. Guess I'm having company. So I have company. I have my friends Erica and Andre. Well, they're not company. I'm the company. They invited me into their house to film. And I love that because I want them
She's not really company anymore. She just comes when she wants. Let's just get that out in the air.
Yes, I come over here all the
People are
time.
no longer company. No, I don't play that.
I come over all the freaking time. But it's okay. But I was like, I've seen Erica and Andre from the beginning. We went to school together, just as an introduction.
Let's put me and you went to school together.
We went to school. It's so crazy.
Yes.
Me and Andre went to middle school together. Then I went to college, and then I seen Erica. Then I seen Andre at the supermarket.
I became friends with her. She was at my wedding, and it was.
Yes, that's important. I was actually in the wedding. I'll probably insert some photos above so y'all can see.
She was a big part of it. Everything.
And then she's so embarrassed, and she be telling people and showing people pictures like we went out. It's just so much. But I'm going to have them introduce themselves. The Gladys introduce themselves.
I'm Erica Gladden. This is my husband,
Andre
Gladden.
How long have you guys been married?
Too long. Sorry, 2 years. 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years.
Yes. So this episode is called "Baby, I've Been Making Plans," like the song Wale. And it's just about, being married millennials and good stuff like that. So before every topic, we like to expand our minds. But this one is a little different because it's about marriage. So I grabbed a quote from the Bible itself. So Ecclesiastes 4:9, 2 are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? So this was one of the top marriage quotes I found from the Bible. And so it's just a good way to, touch base on marriage. So how old were you guys when you got engaged and then married?
You talking about the first time or the second?
Like,
we got engaged twice.
okay.
Was it 3? Maybe it wasn't 3 now.
Y'all did? I don't remember that.
Yeah, we got engaged twice. It was one time. How old was we? You had to be about 22.
22, 23.
Yeah, 22, 23.
Mm-hmm.
It was 23. I was 23.
I asked her to marry me at the Knicks game.
Okay, that I remember.
It wasn't on like a big Jumbotron thing. Everyone always asked that. Was it on like Jumbotron? That cost like $50,000 because I got it, but it was during halftime, and like he just went over to the side, and people actually seen and stuff. And it was like, oh, that was the first time. The second time when we was about 25, yeah, because we got married at 26. The first time was at 25. And we was just in the room, and he came out with a new ring because I had given back the first ring, and then we had to take like a little break, and then we wasn't engaged anymore, so he had to re-propose again when we was 25, and I was just in the room at the special. He said he would marry me again. So yes.
I love that. I don't think I have any knowledge of that. I think I know. I knew about
technically
the ring.
won 2 rings.
Yeah, he did
I won 2 rings.
I know about the ring thing, but I didn't know that he proposed 2 times. Love that. So did you guys feel like, because even when I go out with Erica, when she tells people she's married, they're like,
oh my God, that's
me,
a big thing. I'm actually doing a blog post on that. Oh, everyone follow my blog. It's the Millennial Overload. Yeah. So yes, that's every time I go out, literally every time I say I'm married, you married? Oh my gosh, why? Oh my god, like it's just crazy.
So do you guys feel like you're a young married couple, like genuinely? Like do you feel like it's not saying you guys are too young to get married, but would you consider yourself a young married couple? Because I don't know if my opinion is biased because I know them. I don't feel like 25 is like young. But based off, like, I've seen Erica tell people and they be like,
oh my God. Like, literally, you see it. Like,
do you consider it young marriage, though?
Honestly, no. Like, when you was young.
I think wait, what do you mean? Like
it's just, the age is 25
in
young.
that category of being young?
Young marriage.
No, like, yeah, basically, yeah.
You're young. We are young, but for marriage?
For marriage?
I feel like there's no age you can put on marriage.
Okay.
I mean, think about, like, back in the day, people got married at 18.
That's true.
You know? And I don't really think you can put an age on marriage. If you love somebody and you want to be with them forever, then why not?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, that's what they say. Like, oh my God, you're so young. I'm just like,
and you get that, I feel like you get that response all the time because not everybody, look how it slowly transitions to nobody.
Yeah, like that's one thing about millennials now. A lot of people are getting married.
More people having kids versus getting married now.
So, that's very true.
So when they hear somebody like our age married, it's just like, wow.
It's more of a shock.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it's shocking.
When I said I said I was getting married, everybody was like, oh my God, you getting married?
But when we said
we're having a baby,
congratulations! I talk about that. I definitely said that. Like, I feel like even sometimes, like in our friend circle before here, a lot of us, before everybody was married, we would kind of pressure everybody to have kids. Like, why we not pressuring people to get married? Like, I feel like we always be like, when y'all gonna have a baby? Right. Nobody says when y'all gonna get married.
That is the foundation, guys. The foundation.
And once like I feel like nobody pressures anybody to, get.
Yeah, it's just like you have a kids, and then next thing you know, you're not with the person. It's just like I don't know. I just want to have something with. You can get divorced and be married too. Don't get me wrong. But I just want to have a foundation,
right?
And we not saying like
I'm not saying marriage is everybody should get married. No,
get married. Like marriage is not for like everybody. I know.
But if you've been with somebody for people who've been together for 10, 11 years, what are you actually waiting for?
Right, that's true. So with that being said, how did you guys know you were ready to get married? Like, what was it? Let me ask Andre first because I know that it's a lot of females that are single and they always like kind of want to know like why are they not married? Like, what made you say, and not like you? Obviously, that's not why, but like, what qualities, what traits did you see in Erica that made you say, I want to marry Erica? Because even you could be with somebody for 10, 15 years and really just keep stalling because you like, I ain't ready for that.
My mother was with my father for 19 years. They was never married. They was engaged, but never married.
Yeah, so some people stall, and I think that some females, they kind of look at themselves and be like, what traits am I lacking? Obviously, Audrey is not the end all be all, but it would be helpful to know, like, what traits are personality, like what qualities, I don't know. Did you see Erica? You was like, I'm ready to this is the woman I want to marry, I should say.
Well, first off, years doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. Because you were with someone for a certain amount of years, that doesn't mean anything at all. Mm-hmm. Because I just feel like when I wanted to marry Erica in the beginning, when I first asked her to marry me, I think in the beginning I was trying to save our relationship because it seemed like we was kind of like going two different ways, and I was trying to do something to save the relationship, and that's why it didn't work. That's why we didn't get married. That's why I had to propose to her a second time. But when I realized I wanted to marry her, I mean, when you got somebody that cares more about your well-being than yourself, then what else can you ask for? Somebody that's loyal to you, someone that wants you to do the best versus you want to do the best for yourself. I never told nobody this, but every job I ever had, Erica applied to it. She did it for me. She came out with the proposal like, yo, you should apply to this. I think this will help us in the long run. And that's yet again another reason. It's like if I had 1,000 reasons, I would be able to say it, but obviously we don't have that much time. But she just always wanted the best for me, and that's what I most appreciated about her. I never thought that I would love her more than I did before when we got married, but now that we have a kid, like, it just put a different type of love between me and her, and it just like made me feel even more why I got married.
So you felt like Erica always wanted the best for you.
Yeah, she always wanted the best for me. She was always there for me in my corner. I mean, I had a rough childhood growing up, so I didn't really have like a foundation of a family. So she brought that family need to me and
Gotcha.
showed me how it feels to really be with somebody that cares about you.
Right. So even if you guys argue, you still always knew Erica wants the best for me regardless. Because I think that with some marriages, I mean, not even marriages, relationships, you like everybody has, you know, some shaky arguments and situations, and they like, she ain't the one for me, blah, 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 blah. Like, how do y'all both kind of look past those little things and realize y'all actually really want the best from each other? Y'all actually really love each other. Because I think that what people see in most relationships are those bad times, those arguments, those days, and they kind of don't notice, like, Erica wants the best for you, Andre wants the best for you. How do you guys kind of work through those rocky moments, basically? Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how do you
take this one?
Literally, we have some arguments, really bad arguments.
We used to have some
crazy. We don't have arguments like that anymore, but just gotta take time to yourself, reflect, go that way, you go that way. I think time is the best factor. Time apart to, you know, realize that, okay, they was just saying that because they wanted me to do that, or they was just saying that because they care about me, and just time to reflect, and that's just the best way for me personally.
What you think?
I mean, you shouldn't make decisions off of emotions. I mean, that's kind of like, you can kind of call that a contradicting statement because people get married because they're in love, but making like a really harsh decision while you at the highest level of your emotions is bad. That's why she was saying taking some time apart, like taking a walk. Like, how about you go outside and call your friend, have a conversation. Maybe
Another thing you do is look at our wedding videos.
Exactly. You know, like sit back, look at some photos or something like that. To just try to make things better for yourself, not for the argument, because I feel like when people argue with each other, they look at it as they're in a boxing ring and it's me versus you, when it's really y'all two versus the problem. So if you look at it like that, you'll get past a lot of arguments.
What are some of the like highs and lows of marriage? Because you guys were in a how long were you dating before you got married? Fresh, everybody.
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
Okay, so 8 years. So what, like, even though it's been 2 years, what do you feel like some of the differences of being boyfriend and girlfriend, vice versa, husband and wife? Because that's the big thing.
Well, the number one thing is you can't just walk away.
You know what's funny? I agree with that.
The number one thing, you cannot just walk away. And if you do walk away, it's not going to be easy. We know people that try to get a divorce, and literally, it's not easy at all. Like, you have to pay for this. It's more expensive to get a divorce than to stay together. Like, it is crazy. It's not, you can't just walk away, so that forces you to work out your problems. You're like, I can't just leave. We got paperwork. We did this in front of family, in front of God. Like, you can't just walk away. That's one of the biggest differences.
Because sometimes, like, if Erica will come and be like, "Oh, this happened," I'll be like, "Well, y'all married." Like, and it's not even just paperwork. It's like maybe when y'all was dating, and first, I'll be like, "Well, like, what do you want from me?" But now that they're married, the advice and the things are different. Like, you can't say certain things or do certain things. You gotta be like, "Well, talk it out, say something." Like, as a friend, like, when y'all got married, it kind of like changed. Like, it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you married now, like, you got to work through it. Like, I think that's at least someone who's not even married. That's one of the things I know is like the only thing you can say is, y'all got to talk through it.
Literally,
work through it.
if you got to go to therapy, if you got to talk to your pastor, read books, YouTube, so many resources out there that can help you, you know, work through your marriage.
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest differences.
I think another big one is finances.
Yes,
everything's
together.
I think that's a big one. Because you so used to going to work and you like, this is my money, I work for this money.
Really? He don't have no money no more. It's just my money.
Like, now it's like, it's not your money anymore. Yeah, like, it's our money. Like, it's, when I go to work every day, I don't go to work every day just for myself. We got a wife, we got a son now. Like, we gotta we gotta see what's next. Like we made it here. What's next now? Like what we gonna do next?
So you really feel like that with the finances, it does change? Because I feel like some people be like, when I get married, I'm keeping certain stuff to myself, but marriage changes that.
How could you do that? No,
that's dope. How you say? So you really feel like I gotta protect my wife. I gotta protect. Well, obviously you gotta protect your kids.
You gotta pay the mortgage. You gotta pay the rent. You gotta pay the bills. You gotta pay for daycare. You gotta pay for the car. It's so much stuff we have to do.
It's like me and Erica had a real we have a real tough conversation when it comes to
that's our biggest battle.
For example,
credit.
Credit. So it's like if I don't be on top of what bills I gotta pay and stuff I gotta pay like student loans and stuff, I'm not just hurting my credit.
Yeah, that's the
I'm hurting us. We can't get a house. We can't do that. So it's like it's not just about just you anymore. And I think that's a real big thing when it comes to millennials getting married. They don't understand that it's not just about you anymore. It's about you and your wife or your husband. It's about y'all now. Like it's not nothing else but y'all, basically. So
okay, so I could definitely see how that's a big difference between being boyfriend and girlfriend and husband and wife.
Yeah, you just come with boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all go out to eat, he pay, y'all go home. Y'all do that it's just normal.
It's separate.
Now it's credit. Now
it's really together. Like y'all really not saying if you have a boyfriend or your girlfriend, y'all not together, but those are kind of that's kind of like a big
and honestly that's one of the major things that cause people to get a divorce because it's finances. Because think about it, if you're not bringing home enough money, I'm not bringing home enough money, we both gonna be stressed. Your credit is bad and mine is good. We can't get a house. Guess what? I'm gonna be upset. He's gonna be upset as well. It's really big.
It's all about just think of two people just merging together.
Yeah.
And honestly, our money is our money, our credit is our credit, our house is our house. When we go out to eat, we go to bed together and wake up.
Yes. That's why when I pay or when he pay, it don't matter. It's coming out the same account. If you see me paying, why the wife is it's both of our accounts. So it don't even make sense. He is both of our account, literally. So it don't matter who pays.
Why I see this charge from H&M? I didn't hear him even talk about that.
I was calling him you spent $29 at the pizza shop. I'm pissed. Come on, you could have.
That is
we got so funny. Soup in the cabinet.
And it's funny you say that because I remember when I was working. I used to work at Lane Bryant, and a lot. It brings a clientele that is a married family.
Yeah.
And they would always come in and be like, "Oh, I gotta hide this bag. My husband will complain." Literally, every wife would say that, and then it would be one of those employees on the side would be like, "Nobody controls my bank account. Nobody. They probably not married, so nobody gets it. It's not funny. You really keep swiping your Lane Bryant credit card, and now our credit is getting."
Oh, exactly.
Straight up.
Even when I said, when I see that $29 charge for lunch, I'm like, $30 for lunch? I'll be yelling. I'm like, come on, $30 for lunch, that could have been food for at least 3 days. It's just we gotta do better. It's just there's finances.
This is why you gotta have somebody on the same page. Right?
Yes.
If I was somebody that didn't care about that, we would argue all the time.
Yeah, I think
my money. I worked for this. I did this. It's just not. You gotta just take the I and kind of just throw it out.
Yeah, because
it's not I anymore.
It's a struggle. Wow. And you guys have a baby now. Wait, how old is
he? He is 7 months. Yeah.
So the baby is relatively new, but even 7 months is a long time. That's half of a year.
Yes.
How did it kind of change? Did it change your marriage currently? Is there any difference in feeling, or just the way you guys move, operate? Did it give you a different?
Hell yes. Everything is different.
To me personally, it just changed. We can't move when we want anymore. We want to go somewhere together, go out somewhere. We gotta have a babysitter now.
A babysitter for the babysitter.
Exactly.
This with the bag.
So,
I'm telling you.
And let's not mention money.
A baby is double what you spend. You know how much milk is. You know how much formula is. You know how much Pampers is. He grow out of his clothes every other week. I have to buy clothes every other week. There's no joke. It changed for that money wise, and it changed for how we move. And I feel it changed to kind of
it, like I was
for us,
before,
we feel
I feel like we're more
connected because we have a baby together.
Yeah, and it's I'm not just coming home to you anymore. I'm coming home and he's
a family. You feel you're more like a family.
So do you feel like it's a good, I don't want to say asset, because obviously Kylie's a human, but like, do you feel like it's a good attribute to bring to the family? Because you'll be surprised. It's a lot. The reason I'm asking is because there's a lot of people who kind of act weird. Everybody has their own way of marriage.
I want people to know this right now. I was not trying to get pregnant. It was a slip up. I don't want to talk about what happened, but I was on birth control.
Nobody really plans their pregnancy.
Yeah, but I'm saying I was on birth control. I wasn't even supposed to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I was supposed to get pregnant for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
And got pregnant.
So it's like I wasn't supposed to get pregnant. I was supposed to.
What about the April Fool's joke?
Anyway, no,
because you want to play around, and it's not funny.
We was sending the picture of everybody on April Fool's and was saying that we was pregnant, and we thought we wasn't, but
I was
really was pregnant
because of that 2 week span. I was supposed to get right back on birth control after that 2 weeks, and then I happened to get pregnant. I wasn't supposed to have a baby or anything, but the baby wound up coming, and honestly, it's honestly been the best thing. It's honestly fun. I like being a mom.
Okay, and how does it like impact your love?
It impacts our love life.
Yeah, like how did it change you guys, like your connection with each other and things?
Yeah, we have a strong connection, obviously, because we have we see this and we created that. That's us. Like, it came out of me. Wow. It's from you. Like, it's us. So it impacts our love life a little bit. Like, when we try to like do it, like if we don't go to sleep, it's just like okay. And let's say like sometimes like when he comes home, he gotta be with the baby, not with me. So it impacts it a little bit, like because we have to wait until he's sleeping.
It's
and he
pros and cons.
Yeah,
yeah. Some days I come home from working like 10 hours, and then I want to spend time with him, and then by the time I'm done spending time with him, I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep, and then so some nights it's bad, and some nights we try to enjoy ourselves.
I'm not gonna lie, I could see how it changed you because I remember I asked Erica, did she see something, and she said, we ain't been to the movies and like something. When I tell you, Erica,
Avengers,
they go to the movies for no reason. They be watching movies. I think they're not even interested in. Like they just like going to the movies.
That was our first date.
Yeah, they go to the movies all the time. Like even when we was in college, like they always go to the movies. Like I know not to ask Emma because she's in the damn movie. She's fucking so red. Like so when she told me she
when this podcast come out, Lion King's gonna be over. Lion King came out. We didn't see that yet.
I want to go so bad.
We never gonna be able to see it. We gotta wait until the movies drop on the DVR and the DVD, whatever, and pay for it.
That is crazy. Like I'm not gonna hold you. When Erica said that, I was like,
I'm telling you,
y'all didn't go to the what? Like because they always go to the movie.
Any babysitters out there, any nannies, contact me. Thank
you. Any nannies, let us know.
Please let us know. Thank you.
So how do you guys never? Yeah, let's say that. How do you guys like never get bored of each other? How do you guys just try to keep it together? Because like I know that the last time I was over here, I was telling Erica about my parents. I'm like, yo, every time I go downstairs, they just sitting in the living room. They look that weird to me.
Honestly,
I just feel like that weird.
Honestly, I thought about that the other day. And it's like, I kind of felt that, but I was comfortable. But I was comfortable doing that. I was comfortable just sitting home and just watch. Yesterday, we watched a boxing fight yesterday. Yeah, like I'm used to going somewhere to watch a boxing fight. I'm used to going to a bar or something. So it looks weird, but to the people that's actually sitting there, they're super comfortable right now. So I just feel like I'm not saying we're like some old couple that don't go anywhere, but like if we spend time together and just watching something, like I'm really comfortable.
So you feel comfortable, like you guys don't ever get bored, like, and if you do feel like, Andre or Erica, like, can you, like, how do you guys just like keep it alive? Like,
well, for one, I'm gonna just put it right on the table. My wife is the reason why that we don't stay bored. She keeps me on toes all the time. It'd be times where she'll be like, Andre, you haven't done anything special for me in a long time. She'll let me know.
Yeah, you got.
She'll let me know. So, because I'm working every day. You know, we got the baby. We come home to the baby. We gotta monitor him and be with him, and we try to have some time for each other. But actually doing something special for one another, that takes a lot of time and planning because of what we have in our everyday life. So sometimes she'll just tell me, like, you know, we haven't done nothing special in a while. We haven't really done anything. So she kind of like keeps me on my toes and she spices up the marriage.
So so you tell Andre, like, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. How, not like that, but how often do you follow through? Because I feel like in a lot of relationships, dating, not just marriage, you'll tell a guy like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Go pick me up some flowers. Blah, blah, blah. Can you go get something to eat? Like, how do you, and Andre's laughing, and that's what's pissing me off.
You have to tell them what to do and when to do it. You was here setting up. He asked me, what's the Wi-Fi? Like, sis, it's behind the thing. What's the thing? It's right there. Like, you literally have to tell them when to do it and when
I'm gonna tell you
literally.
like this.
I'm not done.
Yeah, sorry.
You literally have to tell them, hi, we haven't been out in a while. Can you do something? Hi, I haven't, like, I don't know. Maybe it's guys that just do it, but my experience, you have to tell them when to do it.
So, how often do you, like, I feel like he follows through with this. I think that's a big, some people I think those are one of the reasons why a lot of females don't want to get married to their counterpart because they feel like they constantly have to ask them stuff over and over and over and over.
Let me answer that question.
And yes,
Let me just answer that question.
Yes, answer it.
It's like having
son. I'm sorry, guys, but it's the truth. Women are way smarter than guys, and that's just what it is. All right, they're more emotional.
They
than
don't
us.
know what
They think more than us, but. And I'm only talking a perspective when it comes to a relationship, because obviously it's guys with businesses that done things that, not saying that a woman can't do, but that can be on the same page as one, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to relationships, marriages, or whatever,
I gotta plan every trip. Can I get a surprise trip?
Women are more smarter than us. That's just what it is. It's just we have to educate ourselves throughout the relationship to get better. When we get into the relationship, a woman is already there. They're already a few steps ahead of us. So we get immune to what's going on, and we kind of forget that we got to work hard as well. So that's why they say, why you never did this? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? And then that's when we got to step in. And of course, it takes y'all like 5 times to drill it in our head before we do it. But unfortunately, that's our nature, and I'm sorry.
All right, so you said that you think that it is because women are smarter, but on an honest note, like, what is it that's like going through your head sometimes? No, please stop. Please stop. Wait, like, why don't you like think like sometimes like y'all think of us
you know
like
what I think
let me go get this.
I think one part of the brain is dead.
No,
that's the answer.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Like, what's going through your head?
Honestly,
What's going through your dating?
Honestly,
you don't have to tell me everything, but I just need to know what's the mind frame of a guy like when he's dating someone, like what's going through your head when you're with her? What is it?
It's a difference between dating and actually being with someone. That's one. Because if you're just dating a person, he's not gonna do anything. Honestly, he's not.
Okay.
Now, if you actually
wait, that's not making any sense. How are you dating a girl? If you interested in the girl, you dating her. Why wouldn't you? What are you talking about? Why wouldn't you do anything? So your friends that dating girls, they don't want to do anything.
I need help.
Dating
help. Can I talk? Can I talk?
You're married.
I'm not saying that a guy that's just dating someone is not doing anything. It's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
I just feel like when a guy is just dating someone, honestly, he's probably dating more than just you. If y'all just dating, it's probably more than just you.
So he can't
juggle.
He's not in that, and that's what I'm talking about. Y'all are smarter than us. He's not gonna be able to be like, I'm gonna do this something real special for this person and do something special for someone else. He got to be all into one person to actually do that.
What makes you want to be all into one person?
Right.
Was it the same? Like, I feel like that's not the same traits as marriage. Like, what? Look, I feel like you could, like, a guy could date 3 girls because I know how females are.
But the game has changed.
No, it has not.
Some of these girls out here with like 5, 6 guys on their
you have to.
The game is, so you can't really blame the guys anymore. We can't trust girls now. You really can't blame the guys.
So how you know which one you want to invest all your time into? What is she doing that's so different from girl number 2 and number 3?
Well, that's
what does she have to do?
That's where the immune system, with the immune of being in a relationship comes in. You gotta recognize who you want to be with and who you don't want to be with. You gotta recognize who's for you and who's not for you. You gotta recognize who's just trying to dig into your wallet.
You know how many girls be doing stuff for guys, doing this, that, and the third, and I just don't.
And some guys is dumb. Some guys is completely dumb, because if somebody is going all out for you like that, then you should be there for them and try to be there with them. But honestly,
what do you mean? Some guys maybe not connecting with them. Like, I'm not understanding.
Do you think, is there a market for the city boys? Like, you know how they talk about city boys? Like,
I'm married. I'm married, so I have no clue.
But you have friends. He don't want to expose his friends. Like,
I just feel like some of my friends that are not in a relationship, they are very confused. They are very confused on what they want to do and how they want to do it. And I just feel like I do have some friends that are some really good guys, and some girls really broke their heart because they have 1,000,001 guys that they talking to at a time. So I'm not saying that it's all the guys fault, all the girls fault. I just feel like the generation that we're in right now, it's hard to tell who's doing what, or why should this person be doing that, or why should they be doing that. It's just so different now.
I think it's the guys. I'm sorry, girl. I promise you. No, I promise you. A girl can date 4 guys and know which one she really like.
Exactly.
What a guy.
So what about? So if she dating 4 guys, right?
Right.
And she know one that she really want. What about the other 3 guys? How you know the other 3 guys is not going in for her right now? How you know they not bringing roses every day? How you know they not going out and surprising her with stuff? So just forget the other 3, right? Come on. Girls,
that's why you catch me on my toes on the damn podcast.
Come on.
What you got? It's tangle me up on my podcast.
Females, don't get me wrong, y'all are way more emotional than us. Y'all are so more connected to us when it comes to one thing. Okay. But it's like with a guy, if we find something, we gonna go hard to get it. But if you juggling because you got 4 guys right now, how you expect me to bring you roses every day? You playing games with me. So anyway, I don't know anything about this. I'm married. I've been married for 2 years now. I've been with my wife for 10 years. It's crazy.
I'm about to cry every day in my sleep. Okay, so truthfully, with some of the trials and tribulations, even though your marriage is still, relatively fresh, would you say it's for everyone, or maybe it isn't? Like And when I ask that question, I mean, like, just off the strength that I've been together prior for 8 years. You said prior.
Marriage is not for everyone.
I agree. Give me 2 5
I don't think so. We know people, like, we know someone who's been married for 10 years. They got married and now they're getting divorced.
You mean they've been together for 10 years?
Yeah, sorry, been together.
They've been together for 10 years. You would never think anything will ever happen to this couple. And when they got married, everything went
Marriage is not for everyone. I feel like everyone should enforce marriage. It's like, just because we married, I think people be like, when I go out with certain girls or something, they're like, you married? I'm like, no, I don't care about that type of stuff. Like, just because I'm married, that don't mean that I'm like, you can't be a thot. You can't enjoy yourself. You can't. I'm talking about my friend.
You're not being a thot. What are you talking about? You mean having fun?
Yeah, you can't have. Sorry, I'm sorry. You're not being a thot if you date other girls. I date a lot of guys. Sorry, multiple guys. I'm saying you can just go out and have fun. I feel like marriage is not for everyone. And if you are in a long-term relationship and it's working out for you, maybe marriage is not for you. It just depends on you.
I just feel like I agree with what you're saying, but if you're with a guy for that many years,
okay.
Like what else do he want in life?
Right.
Like to me,
but a lot of people said getting that involved. Like a lot of people say, marriage is just what do I need a piece of paper for? I already know that we married. But why
is it that serious?
But let me tell you, it's not just a piece of paper. Look, if something happened to you, I can come to the hospital and I can, vouch for you. If something happened to you, I can collect life insurance so I can take care of my son, Kyrie. If something happened to you, I can make decisions for you because I'm your wife. Like, you have joint bank accounts because I'm your wife. You have this because I'm your wife. Like, it's just different aspects. It's like a step above.
I mean, I don't know, like, it's piggybacking over what you're saying. Like, I don't know exactly. Everybody is cut from a different cloth. Mm-hmm. All right? Every guy is different, just like how every girl is different. I just feel like me growing up, like, I always wanted to have a wife. I always wanted to come home to a wife and a kid. So it's not that many guys that think that way. It's some guys that literally want to go home and be able to dip and dab and go to whatever house they want to go to. But me personally, I wanted to.
But it seems like everybody want to get married, but they want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still want to get, like, look how many athletes cheat, or look how many actors, whatever actors cheat, but they still have a, you know what I'm saying? They be still married, but they do what they think, because you still want to come home to your husband or wife and have that married life. They want, yeah, exactly. You want your cake and eat it too. Everybody wants to get married. It's like a lot of people say, I don't want to get married. I think you're lying. I mean, I'm not saying everybody
the image as well. Marriage has a very dope image to it.
Image. Especially if you're a politician. You know how many politicians married, but they have to be married because people want to see their family life when you're a politician. They want to know that you're promoting that. But you know how they dip and down, like a lot of people, they want to get married for the image or this and that.
I definitely agree the image is a big one because I sit down with all sorts of people every day. And I feel like while I'm having certain conversations with people and I'm talking, they look down at my hand. And when they look down at my hand, it's like what I'm saying is more firm. They kind of respect me more. So I'm not saying people should get married for that, but it does gives you a different image in the real world.
It does. Because if somebody be like, oh yeah, my husband or my wife,
like, okay.
like, oh,
but when
okay.
they say, yeah, my boyfriend,
you look at it like, you got a boyfriend?
It's like the advice.
Yeah, especially
me and my boyfriend had an argument yesterday, and I'm like, girl, you know what?
I remember some girl was like, oh, your boy, like, what do you name your child? I'm like, Kyrie. She's like, oh, that's your boyfriend name? No, that's my husband. That's not my boyfriend name, but my husband's name is Andre. Like, it's just a different aspect. Like, when you say boyfriend or husband, it's
love. I'm saying that from a certain perspective. If somebody say, me and my boyfriend had an argument yesterday, the conversation might be a little more ratchet. Somebody say, me and my husband had an argument yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Like, it's just a different energy. Like, you just feel weird about it. Like,
we boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm going to buy my boyfriend a car. You be like, fuck you buying
your boyfriend a car?
No matter if you've been together 10, 15, or 20 years. You say I'm buying my husband a car. You be like, oh, that's dope. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you be like, okay, y'all can do this.
Yeah, because you like,
y'all start thinking of ideas, which y'all can do.
Exactly. Like,
it's job, this, that. Like, yeah, I'm open to that.
Right.
Like,
and why do you think that? Why do you think that?
It's just the status, right? Like,
do you think because I feel like it's because when you say husband and wife, you're looking at more of being together
and
versus
commitment. You say
if you're religious, you're looking at it as a religious perspective, a Bible perspective.
Right,
protected. God is above. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It says you like for you to sit up and marry someone. Despite all the things you say, you may think it's a piece of paper or whatever, no matter what. For you to sit up and do it speaks a lot. Like, even when I was at your wedding, because Andre and Erica's wedding was the first wedding I had ever, well, it wasn't the first one I had been to.
It was the week after.
It was the week after. But even when I see my brother and my sister-in-law get married and then them get married, it was like weird. Like, I never like seen stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this stuff is real.
Right.
Like it's different. I think maybe like people need to go to a wedding to experience it. And then I've been to other weddings and I'm just like, wow.
I'm telling you. Even my bosses, they be like, yeah, she's pregnant. Like they introduced me like, oh, she's pregnant. She her husband. And, like, it's more different. Like, if I was pregnant, I just had a boyfriend, she probably wouldn't. Like, you know, it's just like certain, especially when you work places and you're dealing with like older generation, older people, they stress marriage a lot. Us millennials, we really don't stress it, and that's fine. But I don't know. It's just
I see like a wife with kids or something say they quit their job, and I'm like, wow. Or I see people try to drive somebody crazy at work that's like married with kids. It bothers me. Like, it'll bother me a little more than like, you know, just a regular single person, because I'm like, yo, that person got a husband, they got kids, like they got mouths to feed. Like, and you really in here driving them crazy. They gotta go home to something. Like, not saying that if you single you don't have nothing to go home to, but you like y'all said, like, you have somebody to worry about. Like, it's not funny. Like, you really in
people
here.
Notice those rings. Like, I went out
like,
the
it's
other
not
day.
Funny.
My friend seen the guy. She like, oh, I'm about to go talk to him. She's like, oh shit, he got a ring on. They noticed this shit. Believe it or not, I went out. This guy was like, we were talking. Are you married? Yeah. Oh shit. Like, it's just different. Like, you see a girl with a baby pushing her shoulder, you're like, oh, she got a ring on. You see a girl pushing her shoulder, she got a ring on. You're like, oh, her husband must be working. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just
it does, and now
I don't know
it's
why.
interesting.
It's just weird.
It makes you feel like now that I'm talking about it makes you feel like marriage in some way does have some validity and some importance. Like people might say it does. People might say it doesn't, but now when you lay down,
if you love somebody and you know that's the person you want to be with for the rest of your life, nobody's saying go have a big wedding. Get married.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the wedding. Just married. Like
build up.
Honestly,
build
we
off
wouldn't
of each other.
had a wedding. Now that we think about it, we wouldn't have had a wedding.
We would have probably just got married and had a reception and celebrated.
Yeah, we had a wedding.
All right, why do you say that? Because I think the wedding, like, this is another discussion.
No, we definitely
I'm not
enjoyed
saying,
our wedding.
we enjoyed it.
But we saying, like, the money aspect, you can take that money. We could have took that money and had a house. We could have took that money. We bought a condo or whatever, but we could have bought a house. We could have made investments, like, we could have paid down some debt.
Could have put money in stocks.
Yeah.
We could have did a bunch of different things with that money, but we celebrated our love for the day. So I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing,
but it don't matter which way. We're basically saying it don't matter. Don't say I don't want to get married because I can't afford a wedding. Don't say I don't want to get married because I can't afford a ring. That's what a lot of guys are saying now.
Let me tell you, it's important though. I think a ring is kind of important because how I know you married.
The ring.
No, a ring is important, but you can get any ring for $100 from Amazon.com.
Is it real?
No, but it's a signal of your love. You can just get a band. You can just get a band.
Listen. I had close to $0 in my account, and I found a way to get her a ring. All right, I found a way to get a ring. It wasn't the most expensive ring. This was the beginning.
This was the first engagement.
Of course, this was the first engagement, so that didn't really go the way we wanted to. But I found a way to get it. I found a way to get something.
One paycheck. Go and buy something from Zales or you can get a store credit card. No, people don't want to run up their credit, but you can pay that off within 12 months. No interest,
Get something on the credit. And then on top of that.
I think because when you open a credit card, the interest rate is 0 interest.
Yeah, the first 12 months. A lot of people are doing that now. You pay it off within 12 months, $100 a month. Come on, I guess ways. I don't want to hear, I can't afford a ring. I can't afford a wedding. If you really love someone, you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
So do you feel like the wedding is a wedding? But if you really, 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 really love someone and you want to marry them, you're gonna marry them. That's what you're saying. It's not. You don't have to have
a wedding.
You don't have to have a wedding. But you're saying if you want to marry someone, marry them. That's basically what you're saying. Like,
all that
period.
bullshit with guys saying they can't get a ring and they want to give you the dream wedding, whatever bull crap. That's all bullshit.
Okay, but you know what another thing is? I understand what you're trying to say now. You're trying to say basically a lot of people. I'm writing a blog post about that. A lot of people refuse to get married because their financial status is not up to par.
Yes,
and I kind of do agree with that though. Yeah, like you saying that you can't afford a wife, you can't afford a family right now. But I just don't know how long is a person supposed to wait. Like it's just a whole bunch of logistics to that. Like a guy is saying, well, I don't want to get married yet because I don't have my own place. I don't have my own thing. So that's true. You can't get married without your own place. You can't get married. So it is true in a way, but it's like I don't know. It's like a gray area.
But that's where the coming together comes in. If I ain't got it, you got it.
Or y'all can come together.
If we both ain't got it, let's draw the plan to make it. Like for example, me and Erica, like I spoke to her about it all the time, and we got to sit down and actually do it. Like I want to come up with like a plan. A plan of what we're gonna do when this year comes. So like for example, at my job, every year ahead we have like a plan. So like right now we have like an FY20 plan or whatever the case may be. So I want to do the same plan with us. I want to make a plan for how we gonna be with our credit, what jobs we trying to get in FY20, how we want to look physically. Like I'm trying to look like Superman. She trying to look like, who you trying to look like, man?
Beyonce.
She trying to look like Beyonce. So like FY20, we want to look like that at FY20. We don't want to be
Catch
living
me next summer.
Exactly. Next summer is our summer. Mark our word. We're gonna be in the same spot next year. This podcast still gonna be going on, and we're gonna have another episode.
It's gonna be very successful.
Yeah, it's definitely like a little mini follow up update on the marriage. Bonus episode.
We're all there now.
All right, so what do you think are like the 3 key takeaways when it comes to like marriage? I would say give advice on how to just keep it going. I think, well, I'll say one of my 3 key takeaways was like, if you want to marry somebody.
Right.
Even though we literally just said that, but I think like if you love someone and you want to marry them, and also too, you could have a wedding eventually. Nobody's gonna care that y'all been married. Nobody actually is gonna care. Like they're gonna be like, they're gonna show up.
Option backyards. You can do it right in the front of your yard if you want. Just something like a block party, like anything. I'm telling you.
And that we all want to say it, but marriage kind of got some validity to it.
It does.
Like a lot of people saying,
and it's okay to talk about it if you're not married already. Mm-hmm. Like if you're having a conversation with your significant other about being married, and they have a problem with it, then that's a problem with your relationship. Honestly.
Well, if they both agree,
I feel like
if they both agree that their relationship is working the way it is, that's
fine. That's different. But if you wanted to get married, I didn't want to get married, then that's gonna be a tough conversation between us.
Yeah, but I don't want people to think that we think our marriage, like I said, marriage is not for everybody.
It's not. So, but if you are a person that wants to get married, and you talking to your partner about it, and they're not for it, then that's not the person that you should.
But I kind of feel like the reason why you're saying marriage is not for everybody because what? Like you got to deal with a lot of trials and tribulations.
No, I'm just saying, I literally feel like some people work better with, I don't know, I literally,
without another person?
Without just like some relationships are working good the way it are. Like the way they are. Like you live over there, I live over here. Our relationship was working. We've been together years, but we still good. Like we don't need a marriage to get it together.
Honestly, in your truth, do you think it would be healthy for a relationship to be separated?
We just had a conversation about this the other day.
I mean, it depends. Whatever works for y'all, that's what I'm saying. Marriage, whatever works with it. Just like if you feel like y'all live in different households, whatever works. That's what I feel like. Whatever works.
I think with that,
marriage works for us, but I don't think it works for everybody. We know firsthand that it doesn't work for everybody. It works for us, but does it work for everybody? I don't think so. So that's why I'm just want to put that out there. Disclaimer. I do not think marriage is for everyone. I'm not this episode is not for us to be saying get married. Mm-hmm. It's just about millennials being in a relationship, married, dating, whatever.
And it's very true, but at the end of the day, if you do want to get married, listen to what we say.
Yeah.
Because we live in proof of it. Listen to what we saying if you do want to get married. Erica came to me the other day and we was talking about she came to me about something her and her friends was talking about. And she was saying like living in separate households or whatever the case may be. But being married and living in separate households. And like I was just like so confused. Why would anybody ever want to do that? Mm-hmm. I just feel like if you marry somebody, you should want to wake up to them every day. You shouldn't want to we go out somewhere and then I go home and then you go home. That it doesn't matter. So. Yeah,
I was telling her too, like that I've seen that, but I told like my parents had lived separately, but they eventually had got divorced, but I would tell people like that I knew that this was going on. They'd be like, "Oh my God, I would love that," and I'm just thinking like that's kind of fake, unhealthy, low key. Like you cannot, especially if you have kids, that's wild, unhealthy for them to see. Is that y'all each not really living like what is a relationship? What is marriage? What is it all? Like now you're confusing the hell out of me. Like I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. Now I get in a relationship and dude is like, you want to live where? Nah, nobody's never going to want to settle down with you because you trying to live 2 separate lives. Like what are you doing at your other house? Like it's weird. Like but most, like I was telling her, like most people who do it are grown as hell. Like. They've been together probably 30 plus years. Maybe they've even been through something. Maybe they give each other a headache. But I feel like those are other aspects. Getting in a house, like having that separate room, that little location, like just to breathe. Like you said, taking a walk.
Take time to yourself.
You could get away from. Not when I say get away, I don't get away. But you could get time away from somebody.
But I feel like you get that time away when you. Honestly, I feel like you get that time away when you go to work.
Oh yeah.
You going for 8-9 hours a day. If you don't want to be with your person for the rest of the hours and then sleep, like what is going on?
Yeah, I seen that. I know people who go to work and be like, I actually enjoy being here. I'm like, yo, it's time for the clock out, sis. And it's just like, sometimes I just want to be here. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like I never work with somebody like that.
I never want to be at work.
Like that was married with kids. And it was definitely like sometimes I just like rather be here than be home and deal with my kids.
Yes, if I knew a way to make money from staying home and being on the computer and not doing nothing else, I would do it. If I make the same amount that I'm making now to sit home and I know I can make more, I would stay home and do it because I hate going to work.
Yeah, work is a headache, but some people use it as a gateway to get away from their, like family. Sometimes, in some cases.
Yeah, and we're not saying that that's wrong. Like
you got
what Erica was saying. Sometimes space is good because then you miss each other, and then you want to come back and you guys will be even in more love than you was the day before. So space is good, but I just feel like
not permanent space.
Yeah, like that's
like permanently
every Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not with you. Like it's not.
That's weird.
No.
It sounds weird to me, but I like I said, I've seen people actually really.
Yeah, like Erica
life.
was saying, that whatever works for somebody, like that might work for her.
Whatever works.
Yeah, that might work for somebody.
That's the slogan today. Whatever works for you.
Oh God.
It just don't work for us, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we're not gonna judge.
So we had Erica and Andre Gladden. I'll definitely think I'm going to do a little follow-up episode. And it was always a pleasure. I really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it too.
I learned a lot.
Thank you for having us.
I think we the best episode.
Oh,
make sure y'all
Lord,
comment.
Here we go.
Y'all comment,
like
whatever.
Subscribe. Comment, like,
there's nothing
subscribe.
wrong with the best. We were the best. But it
tell
is
her to
good.
cut the check.
Don't forget to go to Millennial Overload.
The Millennial Overload.
It is very funny. It has some good stuff there. That's extremely relatable.
I'm trying to get my life. Thank you.
To the average 20-something life.
You guys just missed our summer giveaway. Kyrie just did a summer giveaway a week ago, and we will be doing it next year around the same time. Hopefully, Brittany can be part of.
Dude, they have a lot of stuff that they gave away, and actual good stuff, not like it's like books and calendars and like real stuff that has never been used, like dope stuff. So,
Thank you
New York
for
City area, let me know. See you guys next week.
Bye bye.